Hi everybody, this is a quick video to show you how our NWEA percentile cut scores will demonstrate proficiency for you and your kids. Here I am on the Westlake Weekly. I have that Westlake Weekly right here on my bookmark tab. The way I bookmarked that was just by hitting this yellow star right here. And when I did, it placed it on my bookmark tab. And now the Westlake Weekly is right there on my bookmark tab. So now that I go to the Westlake Weekly, I could just drop down here to our WCS Professional Development. And you know that the professional development page has all the professional development we've been working on here on the NWEA workshop from yesterday. I've placed a link right here at the top. It says NWEA Cut Scores. You'll also remember that all the resources for yesterday's PD are right down here on this page. And if I click here, I'm going to get a spreadsheet that's been put together in conjunction with working with our partners at NWEA, and then Mrs. Ike and myself worked on this with them. Let me give you the quick disclaimer. Down here at the bottom are different tabs, one for reading, one for language usage, one for mathematics. And then I also put a definitions page so you understood the definition of what you're looking at. It says here that the information on the following pages is sourced from an NWEA report, which is hyperlinked below. So right down here is the actual source document. The original source is in Appendix B, so if you click down here, you can find Appendix B, and you'll find the original source document. In discussing our need for proficiency scores with NWEA, they explained the following 3 points. Number one, the NWEA percentiles are linked to RIT scores. So that's what we're going to see on these following pages that, for example, this RIT score right here, 150, in the fall reading category, 150 is in the 21st percentile. So we know that this student during the fall reading portion would be in the low average, or that would equate to below basic in our old language. Anything below the 21st percentile, right, we would call low. And between the 21st percentile and the 40th percentile, anything between there would be low average. So if this student was a 153, I know it's above here and below here, so he must be in the low average. So these RIT scores are linked to these percentiles as demonstrated on this document. And if we click on this document here, if you want the long version of this, you could open this document. You could go down to Appendix B and click on it. And you see in Appendix B, here are the cut scores. Here's the first percentile, second percentile, third. That's the 21st percentile right there that we were just discussing. And there's the grade levels, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Again, I didn't want you to have to look at these, so we cut it down and made this resource sheet for you so that you could just look at your grade level, look at your cut scores, and how they're determined by percentile, and determine where your students are and where you want them to move. Back on the definitions sheet, so back here on the definitions sheet, the next thing it says is that previously, the NWEA RIT scores were linked to STAR proficiency through a linking report generated for NWEA through a university partner. Well, STAR is no longer. So I said when I talked to them, hey, NWEA, how about linking it to SBAC? They said, well, since SBAC is not yet launched, the link between RIT scores and SBAC cannot yet be generated, and therefore using percentile is the most accurate way to determine proficiency. So that's why we've created this chart, is so that you can determine proficiency based on RIT score versus percentile. So we say, okay, great, my student in 4th grade in the fall reading scored a 201. Well, I look down here and I go, okay, 201 is between this and this. So my student is in the average range or the basic range, right? And typically, right, we're all pushing for these proficiency levels, this proficient advanced or this high average high. So that's hopefully helpful to you. Hopefully this explanation helps you navigate this. And again, if you get to these charts, it'll help you understand your RIT scores and how they apply to percentile, and how percentiles apply to the quintiles of far below, below, basic, proficient, and advanced. Okay, I hope that helps.